Northern Sea, the danger zone, the frozen frontier of death and discovery. The Northern Sea, a world of frozen mystery, violent tempests and eternal cold, has long stood as one of the most unforgiving frontiers on Earth. From the edges of Norway to the icy embrace of Siberia, this region hides secrets that stretch from the dawn of exploration to the modern climate crisis. Here, every wave, every gust of wind, and every crack in the ice tells a story of survival, of tragedy, and of the unbreakable human spirit. The birth of the frozen sea. For centuries, the Northern Sea has been known by many names: the Barents, the Kara, the Norwegian, and the Greenland seas, yet they all belong to the same icy heart of the Arctic. Beneath their frozen surface lies an ecosystem as alien as it is magnificent. Scientists describe it as a living paradox, where life thrives in darkness, where volcanoes breathe warmth beneath glaciers, and where silence can be louder than any storm. The Northern Sea wasn't always this way. Thousands of years ago, before the last ice age retreated, these waters were part of a warmer, more vibrant ocean. But as the Earth's climate shifted, the Arctic transformed into a kingdom of ice. It became a world where only the strongest could survive, a testing ground for evolution itself. The Inuit, Sami, and Chukchi people learned to live with this frozen beast, not against it. They understood that the Northern Sea was alive, that it listened, responded, and punished those who disrespected it. Their myths spoke of sea spirits, ice demons, and lights that danced in the sky, what we now call the aurora borealis. Voyages into the unknown. The first outsiders to challenge this frozen frontier were the Vikings. Fierce sailors, guided only by the stars, they crossed these perilous waters in open longships made of wood and faith. They discovered new lands: Iceland, Greenland, even North America, but many never returned. Their sagas speak of tempests that swallowed entire fleets, of icebergs that towered like gods, and of seas that seemed to breathe with anger. Centuries later, the age of exploration brought new adventurers to the north. In the 19th century, the British explorer Sir John Franklin set sail with two ships, the Erebus and Terror, on a mission to find the Northwest Passage, a trade route linking Europe to Asia through the Arctic. It was supposed to be the crown jewel of the British Empire's navigation power. Instead, it became one of the greatest maritime mysteries of all time. Both ships vanished. For over 150 years, no one knew their fate. When they were finally found, preserved in Arctic ice, the truth emerged: starvation, madness, cannibalism. The crew had become prisoners of the very sea they sought to conquer. The Northern Sea had claimed them, as it had countless others before and after. The hidden world beneath. While explorers perished above, something extraordinary thrived below. Beneath the ice lay entire worlds, ecosystems built around geothermal vents along the mid-Atlantic ridge. Here, heat and minerals from deep within the earth sustain life without sunlight. Creatures glow with bioluminescence, feeding off chemical energy instead of light. These discoveries changed science forever. The Northern Sea became not just a place of danger, but a key to understanding how life could exist beyond Earth, perhaps even on icy moons like Europa or Enceladus. Yet this world is fragile. The balance between ice, temperature, and pressure is precise. A single degree of warming can mean the difference between life and extinction, and that balance is now collapsing. Cold War shadows. The 20th century brought new dangers. The Arctic became a silent battleground between superpowers. Nuclear submarines slipped beneath the ice, hiding from radar and satellites. The Northern Sea, once a natural barrier, became a corridor for stealth and power. In 2000, tragedy struck when the Russian submarine Kursk sank in the Barents Sea. An onboard explosion killed all 118 crew members. The rescue was too late. The Arctic's cold, dark waters became their tomb. The world watched, horrified, as the truth unfolded. Even with modern technology, the sea remained unconquerable. Radioactive waste from Cold War tests still lingers on the seabed. Rusting wrecks and forgotten missiles rest beneath layers of silt and ice, slowly poisoning the marine world above them. The warming crisis. Today, the greatest danger to the Northern Sea is no longer exploration or war, it is us. Climate change is transforming the Arctic faster than any other region on Earth. Scientists warn that the Northern Sea is warming 4 times faster than the global average. Ice that once took centuries to form now melts in months. Ancient glaciers are retreating. Polar bears, seals, and walruses lose their homes. The sea, once silent, now cracks and moans under the weight of human impact. The melting ice has opened new routes: the Northern Sea Route and the Northwest Passage. Ships now travel through paths once blocked by centuries of ice. Nations compete for control, claiming territories rich in oil, gas, and minerals. but this progress comes at a cost. Oil spills in Arctic waters are catastrophic. The cold slows down natural cleanup. Microplastics and chemicals now flow through the food chain, reaching even the deepest sea creatures. The Arctic, once the Earth's natural refrigerator, is now overheating. The Polarstern mission. In 2019, a historic expedition, the Polarstern, set sail to freeze itself into Arctic ice for a full year. Scientists from 20 nations endured endless night and temperatures below degrees C to study the planet's changing climate. What they discovered was both groundbreaking and terrifying. The Arctic atmosphere traps heat like a blanket. Methane, once trapped in permafrost, is now escaping into the air. The ice is thinning from below, melting faster than ever recorded. These findings confirmed humanity's greatest fear: the tipping point is near. If the Arctic continues to melt, it will alter ocean currents, weather systems, and even global food production. The beauty of the beast. And yet, despite all the danger, the Northern Sea remains breathtaking. Under the shimmering lights of the aurora, the ice glows like glass. Orcas glide through the mist. The sound of cracking ice echoes like thunder across the horizon. For a moment, one can forget the peril and simply marvel. This duality is what makes the Northern Sea both terrifying and divine. It is a place where nature shows its full power, beauty, and indifference. You are reminded that the planet is alive, vast, ancient, and beyond control. Lessons from the frozen North. The Northern Sea teaches us something that no classroom can: humility. Every explorer who set sail here learned that the sea doesn't forgive arrogance. Every scientist who studies it learns that knowledge comes with responsibility. The danger is not only in the sea itself, but in the human heart. Our hunger for resources, our neglect of balance, and our belief that we can rule nature, these are the true storms. If we fail to respect this frozen frontier, it will remind us, as it has done for millennia, that nature always reclaims what belongs to her. Conclusion: the sea that never sleeps. The Northern Sea is not just a place, it's a living, breathing force. It guards the memories of our past, the secrets of our planet, and the warning for our future. Every iceberg carries the story of time. Every frozen wave whispers a truth humanity must hear: we are small and the world is fragile. One day, perhaps centuries from now, when the ice has melted and the seas have risen, people will look back and remember the Northern Sea not as a danger zone, but as a warning we ignored. Until then, it remains both our greatest teacher and our most merciless adversary. The frozen frontier of death and discovery.